Ladies and
I'm Terri
gentlemen,
Levine.
the honor is completely mine to feature a very special woman whose intention and congruency is very dear to my heart. If I would introduce her in terms of everything that I appreciate and feel her inspiration, the time would already be up. So I give her the stage to introduce herself to you, as I'm very proud to feature Terri Levine, a wonderful, extremely inspiring icon in the coaching industry, a woman who will inspire you during our talk. I don't know what inspiration you will harvest first, but I know you will watch the recording many times all over again. Welcome, Terri Levine.
Thank you so much for having me, David. It's an honor, it's a privilege. And I am a coach, as you said. I'm a business and marketing coach. I've been coaching full-time for over 20 years. And I have a coach training school, and I'm partners in a consulting institute because it's important to me to help other people really get good at these professions, because there's so many people that we can serve if we have the right skills, and you deserve to make a good living, living your passion and your dreams. And so I write a lot of books about this. I speak about this because I've learned to do business heart to place to place, really connecting one heart at a time.
So this is why everybody from the audience is at the right place here, because they all want to look back at their life at the end and say, I had this wow experience. I had this wow life. And I remember the interview that David did with Terri Levine, and one important inspiration of my wow life came from this woman and StClair having a wonderful conversation. So as this might most likely be the case, and you continue to watch, we are at World Awakening Summit, which means every one of you watching or listening has the desire to awaken into more heart-based living, into awakening a life which is more rewarding and higher quality. And this is why you are at the right place here with Terri. Terri, what does awakening mean for you personally?
The first thing that it means for me is really authentically figuring out who you are and then sharing yourself with others. Being awake first to, this is who I really am, not the who my parents told me to be, who the clergy told me to be, who my teachers and friends' parents told me to be. This is really me. And getting tapped into the me that you are, and loving that person, self-love within you, and then being conscious and present to, how do I live my life from this place, authentically being and making a difference in the world. I really firmly believe the Creator put each of us here to go have an amazing experience. The Creator didn't put us here to say, go forth and be miserable. Life is going to be tough. No, my belief is the Creator put us here and said, you are a brilliant diamond. You are gorgeous. You are magnificent. Find out who you are. And then once you know who you are, share your gifts and shine your light. And to me, David, that is being fully awake.
And everybody listen carefully. This is exactly the case. You are a diamond. And isn't Terri's smile contagious? I feel that the virus of her smile is already spreading under your skin and affecting the face muscles, where the muscles are automatically going up and cause that smile, as it is from Terri, deeply coming from within. So you can extract directly her message, be authentic, be who you are, and understand that your Creator has put a diamond inside of you that's so unique that we invite you to simply shine. Terri, what you just said, when a client comes to you who does not exactly know who he is, who has adopted beliefs from the parents, who just has adopted something for the sense of belonging because people want to be good girls or good boys, want to be rewarded and loved from parents by just doing what's right. What is your approach to awaken someone into this knowledge again, who he or she is?
Great. So first, I always start with something that I say a lot is you are perfect with your imperfections. You are perfect. This diamond has imperfections. The diamond has flaws. So I don't want to go back and fix anything. I don't want to go back to the past because we can't change the past. I want you to understand the present is perfect. Where you are and who you are today is perfect. So whatever happened with your parents, with your teachers, with whomever, it's actually irrelevant. What's important is who are you today? And the way that I tap into that is I really get people clear on what is in their heart. If money were no object, if the shoulds of the world were no object, if you could in this moment have a magic wand and do and be and act and behave any which way you chose, give it to me. Talk to me about it. And I really get my clients into the feelings of it. I want you to see it. I want you to sense it. I want you to smell it, taste it, touch it, hear it. I want you to give me a technicolor vision of it. And I allow my clients to dream. And as I listen, I can hear what they're passionate about. I can hear their authentic voice, sometimes for the first time, coming out. And once we've established this is really your ideal vision, then all we need to do is look at two things. What's not quite right yet, so it's holding you back from that. And then quickly, what are the tools and resources that can make your life more magical and more perfect? And I'll just add, I was not living my perfect, magical, ideal life, nor being authentic 21 years ago. I was in corporate America acting out, as I call it, a role. I thought I was meant to be president of a healthcare company, and that felt important, and my ego felt good. Yet the inner voice kept talking to me to do times depressed. Although I was great at my job, I wasn't fulfilled. And when I went through my own little process and heard my own voice for the first time, I quit my job. Now, I'm not saying everyone needs to do that, but I am saying not only quit my job, I changed my circle of friends, got rid of everyone who's toxic, surrounded myself with amazing people, started a spiritual practice, started giving to my community, started a foundation for children. I'm doing what's in my heart. If I wake up in the morning and it is my last day on the planet, that's okay by me, because every moment that I've been living for the last 20 years has been exactly as I choose.
Don't you feel, as you continue to watch, how the muscles in your shoulder are going to soften, and how everything that Terri says feels like a curtain just opening? How wonderful does it feel when someone inspires you to listen to the voice of your heart? To stop listening to the sabotage little giraffe in your head or whatever it is for you that says, no, don't believe in your dreams, you can't ever gonna make it. You don't do it, you're not. And then the angel Terri and sometimes David sits on your shoulder and says, yes, just believe in yourself. Listen to your heart. And like Terri said, hear it. Get a vision, smell it, get a taste how it would feel like. And inhale it with all your senses as it sinks deeper. And deeper still as you continue to listen what Terri inspires you. So this sounds like a wonderful recipe everything can just digest and everything can just adopt simply, because it's so easy when you know how to do it. Listen to your heart. What exactly would you advise everybody in terms of daily practices, for example, that everybody could do to facilitate it better?
Great. So I've had a practice that I've used for, I don't know, 10, maybe 15 years, and it really serves me. And I taught it to clients, I don't know, maybe 8, 9 years ago. And when I did, I had a room of like 56 clients, and I shared my process. And I started to get emails and phone calls and texts, and it's gone on ever since I taught it as to how this changed their lives. And now I teach it everywhere, and I'm happy to share it. So I call it GID. GID. G is for gratitude. Before my feet hit the ground in the morning, as soon as I wake up, I instantly go into gratitude. I'm thankful for everything, starting out with the fact that I've opened my eyes and I'm breathing, laying next to my husband. I'm going to have an amazing day. The sun is shining, whatever it might be. And I write those down in a gratitude journal that's right by my night table. The next thing I do, my feet still aren't on the floor. I set my intentions. How do I choose? Because I get to choose. How do I choose to experience my day? What do I want to feel? Do I want to feel love and happiness and joy, connection? Whatever I choose to feel as I intend, I will. And so that's the next thing that I always do. Then, the next thing that I go into are my delegations. I'm not going to worry about the hows of life. I'm going to give it over to the universe. I don't know how X is going to happen or Y is going to happen, or I have this much on my plate, or I'm not exactly prepared for whatever it is. Universe, I need to delegate this over to you. I'm not able to figure it out or put my arms around it. So universe, I trust in you. And then I get out of bed and I go through my day. And then at the end of my day, every day, I sit down and I have quiet time. And you don't have to meditate. Some of my clients are like, I don't meditate. It's okay, just get quiet, get still, and look at your gratitude journal. And in the evening, give more gratitude, because you just went through a day where you can be grateful. And you know what? Sometimes people go, I had a crummy day. You know what? Something worked in your day. Maybe you didn't have a lunch break and you're like, I really need some lunch. I didn't go to the store. What am I going to eat? Go to the refrigerator. And it's like, oh, I didn't remember buying that yogurt. Well, thank goodness it's there. It's quick and easy to eat. Be grateful. And then review your intentions for the day and ask yourself, did I meet them? Was I joyful? Was I connected? Was I loving? Was I kind? Whatever you wanted to achieve. And then notice. This is the fun part. When you give up and give over to the universe and just delegate, you will be amazed at what the universe brings back to you. So notice how the delegations are showing up, and the universe actually has got you. That's my practice, David.
Extremely vibrating and stunning. And I might add, and I agree with Terri completely, that I show you all my rose quartz turtle named Rosie here. Rosie is the symbol of the rose quartz energy from the heart. And we just learned from Terri, 1 GID from Terri a day keeps the doctor away. So it's just here a free session that you receive in terms of amazing insight. You don't need to go to your therapist 100 hours a month to understand what's the magic formula of life. Just GID, adopt what this wise woman is sharing and spreading into your heart. Do it with love and, like the turtle, enjoy life out of the present moment and inhale every abundance that the universe is giving to you. Instead of the fast-paced, I need to shop for fast food, I need to drink quickly, and I need to head on to the next 9-to-5 thing to do, allow yourself to enjoy, really, out of the present moment and fully, because this is something that you can be grateful about. You came here for a reason. You came here to see this wonderful woman teaching you GID for a reason. Some of you wanted to experience what's gratitude again. Like Terri said, while having the feet on the ground. Feel how the earth is nurturing you and how wonderfully you are carried and protected by a life that loves you. Listen to your heart, set your intention, and delegate. Because nobody wants you to have the burden of doing it all alone. This is why mankind exists in terms of supporting each other. This is why the recording exists, that you listen to wisdom from experts, avoiding that you make the mistakes we did. You just can harvest and extract your brilliance into your diamond. So, Terri, when I think about all your successes, all your inspirations, everything that's going on at the time with connecting people, I know that one of your agenda is to let people live the best life possible. So is there, and when I look at the wonderful necklace that you have, I was asking myself if every part of your necklace would be a brilliant idea how to live more from the heart for every audience who is watching now. How much pleasure would you all be able to stand? I guess a lot. And you'll be related to Terri when you watch it again and wake up with a smile, connect your feet to the ground with gratitude. You'll think about the necklace. You might also think, oh, David said if one part of Terri's necklace would be something I could be grateful about. With what exactly would I start? So I know that there is no such thing like coincidence. Terri subconsciously chose the wonderful necklace to let you get it into your everyday life like an anchor. So when you watch it again, you think about Terri's inspiration, the magic GID, connect with gratitude, think about the necklace and say, okay, this is what I can be grateful about. Waking up with the morning Terri necklace inspiration. The GID Levine necklace. So, Terri, if you would be a person from the audience and you would love to ask yourself a question, what would you want to know from yourself if you would just be a spectator of this video here?
Wow, that is a powerful question. Wow. And my answer is pretty instantaneous. It's don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. And I'll say where that comes from. When I was a young girl, I wanted to be an author. When I was a young girl, I wanted to speak on stages. And when I was 5 years old, I was speaking on stages. And when I was 7 years old, I won a writing contest for the entire state of New York. And then I got scared going into my teenage years. Oh, I can't make a living writing. So I stopped writing. I got scared because my parents said, well, you can't make a living speaking, and certainly we don't want you to be an actress. So you can't do that. So you have to go to college and you have to do. And I shut down in fear. And I lived my life for a long time doing the shoulds because I was afraid. How do I make a living writing and speaking? And I know I want to make a positive impact and I know I want to help people, but oh, that's not realistic. I have to have a job, a job. And when I just quieted the fear and said, and I'll tell you where it came from, I think it's important. In 1996, my mom passed away of emphysema and I was at her bedside the entire last 2 weeks of her life, and it was not a pretty ending. And watching my mom, she was my best friend on the planet, watching her leave, I realized how short life was. And 7 days later, my girlfriend, Marnie Reesberg, passed away at the age of 40 of breast cancer. But Marnie said something to me. I couldn't get to see Marnie in that last week because I was with my mom. And Marnie said to me on the phone in my last conversation, Terri, don't make your life about work. They're going to stand up at my funeral and talk about all the great things I did at work. Terri, live your life.
Yes.
And that's when I let the fear go. And I said, I'm going to live my life. And that's what I want everyone to hear, David.
Perfect. And I tell you a secret, Terri and I deliberately and intentionally decided, instead of hammering information into you for 60 minutes, that we combine this interview in just condensed 30 minutes and play meditation music at the end, that you have 30 minutes time after the interview to directly do the gratitude exercise, that you directly, after we stop the conversation, you can connect your feet with the ground, count her necklace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times to be grateful about, the magic number of 12. Find 12 things where you can experience gratitude. Set your intentions for the next day. If you watch it before you sleep, be grateful that you watched the video and attracted us both here in this wonderful conversation. And then start to delegate. And when you wake up with a smile, you will notice that this contagious smile from Terri, that this wonderful curtain having started to open up, remains with you. And when there is the feeling, that's another thing I have to be grateful about, maybe something pops into your mind, like you see the fly here in the distance, where something is flying around you and can land directly into your heart. So we close the interview in just 2 minutes by giving you intentionally the time to listen to the music that is added after the interview and do Terri's exercise. Remember, listen to your heart. Listen to the voice, even if it's a whisper that you hear for the first time. Embrace it. Remember, 12 things I need to be grateful about. I remember Terri Levine's necklace. And she said, set intentions and delegate. So we hope and we know that these 30 minutes have been so condensed that you take a value as if you would have heard us talking for 2 hours. And this was our intention again, because Terri is a person who just lives on the value train and lives on the value highway for you. So Terri, what is also important as a closure of this wonderful value sharing, where I am extremely grateful about and totally grateful for you being with me today. Please be so kind and let's close the interview with telling where people can reach you, your website, where people can experience more about you, where people can buy your books. Just give us a closure where people can experience more from you.
Great. And I invite people to connect in with me. So if you'd like any of my books, just go to Amazon under my name, Terri Levine, and you can find my author page, lots of books and resources for you. And I have a lot of free resources at heartrepreneur.com. And I really invite you not only to go over to heartrepreneur.com, but make sure that you avail yourselves of the free resources. I've got a blog, I've got a free chapter of a book, I've got Heartrepreneur, Heartgram, all kinds of things that are just here to serve you and help you at heartrepreneur.com.
Awesome. So Terri and I close this interview with thanking you for you opening up your inner curtain to let the inspiration inside. Listen to your heart. Think about the necklace. You will notice that Terri's contagious smile, her brilliance and wisdom and wonderful teaching power will be stuck in your brain where the frontal lobe resides, your intelligence CEO of the brain, making good decisions. And connecting with Terri is definitely a good decision who can satisfy long term. So, Terri, many blessings and deep gratitude from my end. Thank you so much, and we surely will connect again. You watch the video a second time, think about the 12 gratitude necklace points, and enjoy the World Awakening Summit. This was awesome, Terri Levine, and your host, David John StClair. Live your life from the heart, and all the best to your wow life.